I wanted to show you a video on how to put the foundation in the frames, and I've got two different types of foundation I'm going to use. One is a wireless foundation, a foundation without wire, and this is the type of foundation that you'd use if you wanted your honey to have comb in it. And the type of frame that I'm using is a typical wedge frame with the split bottom. What I've found with putting the wireless foundation is I set the frame upright and I slide the foundation down through the split bottom. Now, if you don't have a split bottom, if you have a grooved bottom, then you would obviously skip that part and just take your wedge part and fasten that on the inside of there, and then add pressure to here to hold this foundation in place, keeping it as straight as you can. You also want to center the foundation between the edge of the foundation to the edge of your frame. That would minimize the amount of the number of drone cells that you may have made. If there's an extra wide space, the bees have a tendency to build drone cells. I'm going to take 3 nails, nail them 3/4 inch nails, nail them at an angle so that it won't go through the top bar here. And that's really all that there is to that. Now, what I'm going to show you next is the same thing except with a wired foundation. Your wired foundation actually has wires in them. Let me see if you can see that. And then there's, I don't know if you can see those wires, but those actually bend over and they are underneath the wedge and holds them in place. Again, I try to center the foundation within the frame, take the wedge bar, set it in there, and I take 3 nails at an angle and pop them in here, and then they will hold, hopefully hold the weight of the honey. Now, one thing you want to make sure is when you're taking your hammer and hammering into the nails, you don't want your hammer to miss and hit the comb. That would ruin that particular foundation.